Here we have the latest by Traktor DJ and Native Instruments, the MX2, and we're going to compare it with its predecessor, the S2 MK3. So the design of the MX2 has been modernized and simplified to come into line with its new range of X1 Mark III and Z1 units. You'll notice that they've brought back the original design from the original S2 Mark I, which incorporates this top effects unit that allows you to control over 30 effects by Traktor. Now, not only that, they've also incorporated a couple of new features as well, including the pattern player, which is a really cool improvisation tool for creating build-ups or just adding drums where you might feel they're necessary in the mix. They've also moved away from the old USB-B ports and getting it with the times a bit and getting onto the USB-C ports, which allow for a bit more flexible connectivity as well. At the top of the unit, we have the effects units. Now, you can choose from 3 different units or modules, I guess. You've got the group effect, you've got a single effect, and you've got the pattern player as well. Group effect means that you can choose 3 separate simple effects. Traktor's got heaps. You can see it on the screen right now. It's insane. There's a crazy amount of effects. In the single mode, you can control one effect in greater detail. So I'm just going to show off the single effect here. We've got an on and off button that activates the effect. There's also a dry wet. You've also got a filter, a feedback, and a rate as well. Now, there's 3 buttons on the bottom. These can change between effects. On these, you've got a reset, so it resets all the parameters. You've got a freeze, which kind of acts like a echo out, which is a performance pad effect from previous units. And you've also got a stereo spread, so it creates a stereo widening effect if you've got stereo outputs. Now, on the top of the unit here, we can see the pattern player. If we go back to Traktor Pro, we can see that there's a bunch of options here, and you have control of that on the actual unit itself. So on Traktor Pro 4, you have a drop down, and that gives you access to a number of different kits, and by big artists as well. You've got Len Faki, you've got Nicole Mudaber, Rebecca, the Cube guys, a bunch of others. So it's pretty cool. Dubfire too. He's a bit of an OG with the Traktor stuff. You've also got 4 separate controls. So you've got volume, you've got a kind of a pattern selection tool, pitch, and you've got decay as well. On the pattern player itself, you can select which instrument you'd like to use from the 2 center buttons. You can go from previous or next, left and right, and you can choose from pretty much any instrument that you would find in a standard 909, 808 drum kit, and the others that come as well. So you've got your kick, rim, clap, snare, tom, all that stuff, which is pretty cool. Now, I'm just gonna play a brief little bit here, and you can see what I mean. So a key difference between the S2 Mark III and the MX2 is that the S2 does not have a pattern player. Now, this is available for you to use on Traktor Pro 4 itself, but the MX2 has this support. It has all the functionality you need to add drum sequences wherever you like in your mix. Now we're gonna move to the bottom side of the unit. Now we're gonna focus on the performance pads. So originally on the S2 Mark III, you only had hot cues and samples. Now they've gotten rid of samples, and now we have hot cues, stems, a pattern editor, and a flux loop as well. So a lot of flexibility with your performances here. You have hot cue, you have the stem control, you've got looping, and then you have this one here, which is a pattern editor. Now, this acts as a standard sequencer drum machine. You can only do it 1 element at a time, so you can't layer different elements. But what you can do here is, see right now I've got the clap, I can just change all that, hit it again, go to the next layer. It's 16 steps, so you've got a nice loop there. And then we can just select that one, that one, that one, that one, and the next one, we'll go that one, that one, and that just gives us this.
Now we're going to move to the stems. Now stems are a really big thing at the moment. Everybody loves them. I love them. They're excellent for taking a track, splitting it up, doing whatever you want to do with it, making it really malleable in how you mix different tracks together. Tractor's excellent with it. They've got 4 different stems. You've got drums, bass, other, which is kind of just synths, and vocals as well. Now, I'm just going to give you a demo here and you'll see what I mean. Super clean. Bring it back in the synth. Bring back in the bass line, and then bring in the drums. Really clean. Now another thing that Tractor does is that you can actually have volume control of these stems as well, which is great for a controller of this price. Like, you cannot see that anywhere. In the center of both units, you have a mixer effects section. Now you've got 5 separate effects to choose from, and we'll start by demonstrating these. So you've got reverb, you've got dual delay, you've got noise, you've got time gator, and you've got filter. Another thing that separates the S2 MK3 and the MX2 would be the backlit lights on the bottom of the MX2. Now, these activate when certain things are happening in the mix. So for instance, the main one will be looping. So it goes green, which is really cool, active blue. And when you get to the end of the track, these actually turn red to signify that time's up, sorted out. We're now going to touch on the Jogwheel section. So the S2 MK3 had a touch sensitive platter which would activate your kind of turntable mode, and you could nudge it from the side with the jog mode. Now, the MX2 has 2 distinct different jog modes. It's got a turntable mode where you can just wheel up whatever you like, or a jog mode where you can just jog it, move it back and forth. There's no touch sensitivity this time. The S2 and the MX2 are both excellent units, both feature packed, but the MX2 just brings you those new age features at a reasonable price point. And you can find them at DJ City, online or in store while stocks last.